Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Say hello if you're here. If you are catching us on the replay, be sure to say hello there and to let us know what self care you got up to during these sprints. So today marks the beginning, well, not the beginning, technically yesterday, I guess, but Renna is home for summer. School is on summer break. So I am planning to continue with our Tuesday self care sprints through the summer, but they may look a little different. I may have to pop off unexpectedly if she's having a rough morning or something like that, but I do want to keep up our self care sprints because I would miss you all too much if we didn't do this. And I could use the self care encouragement and motivation. So I think you could probably use that too. So we will keep on best as we can. But I do need to let you know that we will not be having self care sprints a week from today. So next Tuesday, I will actually be on vacation in a cabin in the woods, which I live in the woods anyway, but I'm going to be in a cabin in even deeper woods that I'm in right now. So I don't know if live would work well. I've been to the cabin before. We went last year and the internet is fine, but I don't know if it's strong enough for a live. And then I also don't have any idea what I might be doing next Tuesday on vacation. So we'll take next week off. Not a week off from self care, though. Never a week off from self care, just from my self care sprints. And then I'll see you the following Tuesday. So let me pop on over to the comments and see who is here with us today. Hello, Swank. How are you? Konnichiwa. World Dracula Day. Ooh, I love Dracula. Cherry Dessert Day. Happy Paper Airplane Day. You know, a cherry pie and a damn fine cup of coffee would be perfect on this Tuesday morning. Hi, Eleanor. How are you today? The beginning of a horror movie. I'm actually, while I'm in the cabin, I'm actually going to be reading Ken by Keelan Patrick Burke, which is about ter- some group of people being terrorized in a cabin in the woods. But the funny thing is, I believe that Ken is set in the woods in Alabama, which Alabama is where I live. But our cabin in the woods where we're going this year, same place we went last year, is actually in the woods of Mississippi. But I know for a lot of people, especially if you're not in the South, if you're in other parts of the United States or other parts of the world, to you, probably Alabama and Mississippi seem interchangeable. They are very similar. I was born in Mississippi, actually, and then my family moved to Alabama when I was 2. So that's just a little bit of my bio. I've only ever lived in Mississippi or Alabama, not by choice. Not by choice. I'd rather live in another part of the United States. Hell, at this point, I'd rather live in another part of the world. But I digress. We will move on. Some more hellos and highs. So let me know what you all got up to this past week on self care sprints, which I forgot to pop the little welcome banner in. Like I said, it's just going to look a lot different with Rent a Home for the summer. So that might mean I'm more scatterbrained than usual. Hey, Amy, I'm so glad you're here. Let us know what you're up to. I would love to. I would absolutely love to. I have some friends who are actually moving to Ireland. They've been working on it for a couple of years now. And their house in Ireland, it looks like the scene of a perfect, like, I don't really watch romantic movies because I'm a horror girly, y'all know that. but it looks like the perfect setting for like an Irish romantic movie. Of course, my brain would also go to, ooh, Irish folklore, a creepy Irish folklore story. But it's amazing. It's a big house, but it's a lot of land, and I'm just like so excited for them, but also a little bit jealous too. I'm like, I'm just gonna sneak right on over there and in your suitcase. You'll never know I'm there. Just sneak me over. Ooh, midnight. Yeah, you are up late. In your realm of the world. I love it though. I love it. I would love to visit Australia. I have not been to Australia. Like I have been to Mexico a couple of times. I have been to the Caymans. I have been to China. So we adopted Rena from China in 2009. So I've been to Beijing because that's where you go when you first arrive in China for an adoption process. And then after that, we went to Suzhou City and Nanjing, which is where Rena's orphanage was. And then we finished out in Guangzhou because that's where the U.S. consulate is. So it was about 2.5 to 3 weeks in China, and it was amazing. Like in Beijing, before we adopted Rena, we walked on the Great Wall of China, and it was such a like a I know I don't want to overuse like cliche, but surreal. It really was. I was like, I cannot believe that we are walking on the Great Wall of China. And then we went to the Forbidden City, which was, I mean, it was just overwhelmingly beautiful. It was just amazing. And we went to China in December, and it was very cold in Beijing. It was so cold that the moat that went around the Forbidden City was still frozen. And when we walked on the Great Wall, the high that day was like 30 degrees Fahrenheit, and it hadn't snowed for a few days, but there were still patches of snow and ice on the Great Wall, so we had to be very, very careful. But yeah, I would like to visit Australia. Hey, Kat, how are you? Look at you on top of things. Walk, shower, dress, drink a smoothie, cup of coffee, and get going. Get your day started. You've been started, Kat. And some more hellos and highs. So I guess my self care is not going to look like my typical definition of self care. Rena she's just now waking up. So when I get off of here and we get our sprints, I'll be getting her up and changing her diaper and getting her breakfast for her. And I do need to do some cleaning in my house because I've got we have a sitter coming to stay with Rena for the week that we're on vacation. Sometimes when we take vacations, of course, we take Rena with us, but in this cabin, and we're going to be doing like some fishing and stuff like that. So clearly, Rena cannot. She would not be very good in the boat with fishing. So she does have a sitter coming this week. So you know how it is that if somebody's coming over to visit your house, for like a day or a night or whatever, you do your cleaning, of course, that way too. But when somebody's going to be spending an entire week in your house and pretty much all the areas of the house, you got that extra layer like, oh, I really got to like deep clean this stuff and this thing that's been, stacked up in my bedroom all this time. Now I've actually got to put it where it belongs and dust and scrub all these things extra good. So I guess you could say that is a form of self care because once I get it done, I'm going to be so glad I did it. And even if nobody was coming to stay in my house for a week, it needed to be done anyway. But there's nothing like having that, person over that lights that fire under your rear end to clean stuff up. and some more hellos and highs. So since Rena is awake and we are at the end of comments, excuse me, I'm going to take us over to, wait, one more comment. Let me see. Visitor. Yeah, they really are. If nothing else gets me going, the thought that somebody's coming over is like, now I have to do this thing. And I'm trying not to put a lot of stress and pressure on myself, just to do what I can and to do the best I can, especially with Rena home while I'm trying to do this cleaning. So you could say that is definitely self-care, that I'm going to try not to put too much pressure on myself. I can't say I won't because I probably will, but I'm going to try. I'll try not to. So let me look at our time. So it's about 10 after. So we'll come back at 55 after the hour. So let me get our little ticker to say that. And pop it up there. I love the community. Everybody is giving highs and hellos, so friendly. All right, good luck, everybody. Practice your self care, and I will see you all in about 45 minutes. Hello, everybody. So that 45 minutes went by quickly. I was able to get Rena up, get her diaper changed, get her breakfast, and I cleaned the mirror in the back bathroom. So that's the first cleaning task that I've gotten to. But hey, at least I got a quick start, got the mirrors cleaned, and now I can move on to the rest of that bathroom. So I'm kind of just breaking up my cleaning. I've got certain days this week that I'm designating days to clean because I really only have today, tomorrow, and Thursday to clean because we're leaving Friday morning. So pacing myself. I also for Zombie-thon, which is still going, created and hosted by the wonderful Kat, who's here with us today from Kat's Novel Adventures. But May is Zombie Awareness Month, so Kat does Zombie-thon. So I have an audiobook that I'm going to be starting today that's going to help me get through cleaning. I'm starting the audiobook for World War Z by Max Brooks. It is one that I have wanted to read for so long, and I decided, you know what, this is the year to do it. I have my Libro FM monthly credit coming out today, so perfect timing. And now I will have something to look forward to when I'm cleaning. I finally get to World War Z. So I'm going to check on the comments and see what everybody else got up to while we were on our sprint. Let me see. Hello, Stina. How are you today? I thought about you last week. I ordered several different kinds of dryad tea that should be here maybe by the end of this week or beginning of next week. I'd love it if they get here Friday before I leave for my vacation, but I don't think that they will arrive until after I'm already gone. So, but on that, note, I will have something to look forward to next week, some new tea flavors. So let's see, Stina. Oh no, a scam. I hate that. They call cell phones and like I'll block a number and they'll sometimes still get through. But one thing, my cell provider, they do like the potential spam warning, so that helps. But I mean, it still, rings sometimes anyway, and you got the scam. It's so annoying. Um, but at least, now you got something, you got your reading in, gonna get your shower, so you can turn this day around. Hey, you're never late. You're just in time. I'm doing pretty well today, all things considered. I hope you are doing well today too, Em. Hey, Kaylin, how are you? I hope you're having a great morning so far. Hey, Elaine, how are you? I hope you're doing well so far this week. Oh, yeah, I actually so Eleanor said she was doing laundry and listening to a podcast about the burrows. So I saw Stephen King post about the burrows on Threads. I think it was yesterday. So I watched the first episode last night before I went to bed, and I watched the second episode this morning. Well, I was having breakfast. It is good. I'm enjoying it. It's got a great cast too. It's got Alfred Molina, Alfred Woodard. It's really good. It is like Stranger Things, but for older people, and I love that. I love to see um, movies and books coming out about the older generation, right? Because I am not quite, like 70 something. I'm not 60 something, but I'm 51. So I'm creeping up on the what is called the older generation. So I love to see older people depicted in horror books and movies and stuff like that. I'm enjoying it. It is fun so far. Oh, a giveaway. Oh, you get time with Barry this week. Well, I hope you enjoy your time together and that y'all get some fun things to do while he's home. I've heard so many good things about Devolution. I guess I'm saying that right. I want to read that in November for the Cryptid readathon. So I've heard good things about World War Z and Devolution. So I'm excited to finally get to World War Z and then have Devolution on the go for November. I know, I'm so excited. I am so excited. Very nice. The ending writes itself. I can't remember where I saw that, but I saw somebody talking about that book. So are you enjoying it, Stina? Agreed. Nice. Oh, that's nice. So scammers can't get through. Yeah, they seem to find a way out of all kinds of stuff. And what's really scary is the emails that scammers will send. I had one, it's been a few months ago, but normally if you get an email and a scammer is trying to say your account has been blocked or we need this information, normally their actual email address, if you look at it, it's just like a bunch of letters and stuff that doesn't make sense. But whoever this scammer was had done a really just I don't want to compliment them, but I mean, I don't know what else to say. I had done a really great job of scamming. I didn't fall for it, thank goodness. But I mean, it was supposedly from Amazon telling me that my card and my payment had been declined. And when I looked at the return address, it did say Amazon. They also had at the top of this email things that I had recently looked at or things I would be interested in that were accurate. But I was like, I'm not paying attention to this. I'm going straight to the Amazon website itself to see if I have anything there about a payment or a card being declined. And I did not. And so it was a scam, but my gosh, it was so legit looking. It didn't really have any of those signs. I just thought, no, this doesn't seem right. I'm going to check it out. But yeah, it is ridiculous. Maybe he'll write a part too. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I hate that swing. It is horrible when you can't sleep. I know one thing about melatonin, it helps you fall asleep, but I don't think it necessarily helps you stay asleep. I have prescription for sleeping at night, which is partially like a lower dose antidepressant, but it's also like something to make me sleepy, to make me be able to rest, because I would have a lot of racing thoughts at night, a lot of rumination, and I could not quit thinking about all these things that I needed to do or I should have done and all this kind of stuff. So I take trazodone, which, like I said, it's a prescription, but it has helped me uh, to get sleep at night, and I'm very thankful for it. Kat was saying the same thing. Yep, it'll help you fall asleep but not stay asleep. And weird dreams, right? I know the weird dreams. They aren't too bad. I recently had about a whole lot of weird dreams, but that was during my deep dive into David Lynch. So I think weird dreams come with the territory, and I wasn't really mad about it. I know it was so close. I mean, it was just uncanny how well they had done with their scamming job. If you want, like I said, I don't want to compliment them, but I mean, nice job, scam. I do despise them though. It's so frustrating. Exactly. Yeah, I'm so paranoid now. I think everything is AI. Everything. Like poor Tim, he'll show me a video. I'll be like, that's AI. That's AI. And sometimes it is. And he's like, oh, I didn't even realize that. But then he showed me something. We had so much rain here this past week that in certain parts of the region there were catfish, like they were, when the flooding happened, they were like going down the streets in Mobile. And he told me that. I said, that is not true. That is AI. So he showed me the video. I said, no, that's AI. But then he showed me, look, it's on this local weatherman. He's like, this is verified. This is really happening. I said, okay, okay. If I see it on the weather person, he's like, yeah, this is real, whatever. Okay. But, I mean, I just have my guard up all the time. And I'm like, that's AI. And I detest AI. So I'm like, that doesn't seem right. It can't be real. Yeah. Like I started, I think, with 100 milligrams, but then they had to bump me up to 150 milligrams of trazodone. Yes, you really do, because they are getting too good at their scamming job. Exactly right. I don't blame you at all, because I get, emails, like I said, and you can tell a lot of them are scams, but some of them are, too close. Too close. Yep, for sure. You just never know. So I think we have come to the end of, no, let's see. Right, I know. It's so ridiculous. And I've been fooled a few times. Like I sent a video on Instagram to my son, and he he sent me a message back. He said, "I cannot believe that you sent me something AI," because he knows how much I hate it. I said, "What?" And he was like pointing out all the things in it that excuse me, that showed it was AI. And as soon as he started pointing them out, I was like, oh my gosh, that is so obvious. How did I miss it? But it had to do with dogs. And so I was just being a complete sucker for all the cute dogs and stuff. And he was like, that's not real. And I mean, it's clear once he said people aren't looking at the dogs like supposedly they were supposed to be holding these dogs. They're looking in different directions. A chair had like it was not even, it didn't even have legs on it. Like it was just like a floating chair. I'm like, oh my God. They got me. They got me. I was embarrassed. But it happens sometimes. Okay, so let me check our time. So it's about 10 after, I would say. Maybe give a couple of minutes, but we will come back at 55 after the hour again, because that makes it nice and easy. And also, I can just put up the same banner that we just had. So I will see you all in about 45 minutes. Oh, it's still up, so never mind. I was trying to put up the return at 55 banner, and I wasn't even looking at what was going across. And I was like, why won't it pop up? It's already up. Okay, so that's done. And I will see you all in about 45 minutes. Happy self care sprint. Hello, everybody. How did y'all do during that sprint? I started listening to World War Z by Max Brooks. I'm enjoying it already. And I got partially done with cleaning the back bathroom, but I also had to stop and get rid of some juice and some other things like that. So it's a slow but sure progression of chores. And Kat had to run errands, so I was telling her goodbye. And yeah, Kaylin and I were talking about how difficult it can be to distinguish AI coloring books from, actually artist work for coloring books. And I was saying too that I have that same trouble with looking at journal materials sometimes, which usually I just cut out magazines and I kind of make my own journal materials. But then sometimes if I want to add, a few little extra things, I'll get some pre-made things. But I have to always double check, triple check, try to make sure it's not AI generated material, because I don't want that. I want someone's actual work. Bye, Elaine. I hope you have a wonderful rest of this day and week. Hello, Sue. How are you today? Let us know what you're getting up to during these self care sprints. And let's see. Lost my place in the comments, as happens from time to time. Hey, Alicia, how are you? I'm glad you hopped in to say hello and hit the like button. I hope your library reworking is going well. Very nice. Very nice. Nice self-care going on there, Eleanor. The body brush, the face scrub, the shower, all of it. Yes. There you go, Swank. Finished study books, reading Let Them. I haven't read that, but I have a few friends who did, and they really benefited from it. Oh, I love that. A beginner online course, beginner portion. So let us know what the course is, Em. I'd love to know what you are studying. Very nice breakfast. Uh, I had I made homemade oatmeal bars yesterday for breakfast. So that's what I had today because I made like a big 9 by 13 of them. And it was really, they're really good. I just warmed them up a little bit this morning. So good. Oh, very nice. Very nice. It's coming along. It's coming along, Alicia. For those of you who don't, excuse me, who don't know, Alicia's library was flooded recently. So she's been in the process of getting all of that cleaned up and then getting the tile. So by the end of June, or even maybe by the middle of June, maybe things will be back to normal in your library, Alicia. I know it's got to be so frustrating. I know, I know, and I'll be glad for you whenever it's all done and taken care of. So I think we have come to the end of the comment. So I'm going to get myself back in there, back in gear to get more work done on the bathroom. So we'll come back at 45 after the hour, and that will be our last sprint for today. So I hope you all get some lovely self care done. Mid June, beginning. Yes, I know you'll be so glad that it can be done, and then you can just enjoy the rest of the summer. Yes, I have most of my house has ceramic tile in it, so it is definitely easier to clean, without a doubt. Ooh. I know it can be nerve-wracking, but I know you've got this, Em. You have got this. I love that. The proofreading course, you can do it. I know that you can. All right. I will see you all again in about 45 minutes. Hello. So, how did you all do during that sprint? I am out of breath. I finished cleaning my back bathroom and got started on the hallway bathroom. Whew, I was doing some intense cleaning. It has worn me out already. I knew what you meant, Em. No, no worries. I do that all the time when I'm trying to type stuff, or especially if I'm putting something into my phone, I will just type all kinds of stuff that doesn't even sound like anything I'm trying to say because my thumb will hit too many buttons at once, or sometimes autocorrect will put in something. I'm like, no, I'm not trying to say what you think I'm trying to say. Nice. I saw your strawberries on Discord. That was a lovely haul of strawberries, Eleanor. There you go. Swank is taking care of all the things this morning. Woo, y'all. I'm glad, like, when I get off now, I'm going to take a break and fix some lunch for me and Rena. Then I'm going to get back to that hallway bathroom cleaning. I thought I might do some deep cleaning in the kitchen today, but honestly, I'm, I'm already tired after one bathroom and still got the rest of the second one to do. So that deep clean of the kitchen, that may be a task to do tomorrow because I also want some time to read Parable of the Sower. I probably have like 80 pages left in it, so I am hoping to finish it today. And the live book club discussion for Parable of the Sower will be Sunday, June 14th at 2 p.m. Central on my channel. And I do have that up on my channel. If you go to the lives, you can hit that notification and make sure you don't miss it. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of this week. Just a reminder, we will not have sprints next Tuesday because I'll be on vacation, but I should see you all that following Tuesday. So thank you for being here. If you've caught us on the replay, thank you so much for watching the replay, and keep remembering what acts of self-care can you fit into your day, whether it's big or small. Practice self-care every day. So thank you. Yes, reading is going to be the perfect day. We're about to get some more storms. So if I can tackle this cleaning, I think I am going to read for the rest of the day. Thank you, Swank, for being here. Thank you. I hope to have a good trip. Those of you on the replay, thank you for watching. Don't forget to let us know what you got up to during sprint. And I'll see you all in 2 weeks. Bye.